Welcome to the tomb, Donatello, the turtle genius. Obviously he has a bow of his own, so we're letting him deal with the ice staff this time around. This particular Easter egg, I don't really know how I feel about it, honestly, in terms of difficulty, but I've been going with the same game plan pretty much as I'm using a Perkaholic, I'm using a hidden power. I actually added keeping score because I just feel like I need a few more points just to be prepared for the boss. But oh, look at lucky me! I mean, I got the ice stuff basically round two out of the box. I think I've pretty much been getting it like pretty consistently. Like whenever I use Wonderbar, at least on this map, this is like the only one I consistently get the ice out if I really choose to use it. But still using the ASG. I think that's just the best gun to use for this. Trying to get it to pack 2 is like the only thing while making sure the round is low enough. That's like the biggest concern I have. As you can see, I picked up a free fire. That's what I have for the ending, or well, for the boss fight, just in case, you know, anything gets to the point where I need to just like fire, or if I run out of ammo per se. I mean, you can use cashback if you really want to, but I think free fire just works a lot better, and you can just consistently shoot all the zombies and elites that are in that boss fight in particular. The first step with the ice staff is one that I get confused with all the time. All the YouTubers are saying that it's 10 seconds within each shooting. At least that's how I'm hearing it. But every time I've done it that way, I feel like it's always been too slow. So I've been doing it to where I need the 3, you know, purple crystals to be pretty close to each other, where the whole entire thing is within 10 seconds. That's pretty much what I go for. Every time I've done it like that, it's worked. So that's the impression I'm under, that it has to be in 10 seconds for all 3 being shot. There's not a lot of perk machines on this map, so that's why I don't use soda fountain. I usually rock soda fountain with on the house, but I don't have many on the houses left, so I have to use my perkaholics. I had a few, so no big deal for me. This is my second attempt. First attempt I died at the boss. I forgot what elite it was. It might have been the Doppleghast. I think I got stuck on a wall and it was over from there because I lost all my perks, went down, and then I just got hit again. Other than that, it's not really too difficult. Skipping the step to build the ice step is obviously a lot better. I always do the free pack-a-punch, shooting the rocks. You'll see that later in the video. The step after that with the shooting the symbols on the rocks, once you find them, it's really not that hard. Shooting the correct ones and then going through everything, it's really not that bad with the ASG. Everything's like one shot. You have an ammo mod on. I think I picked Shadow Rift, or I picked, I don't know what I picked. I think I did pick Shadow Rift to get rid of Amalgams easier, because at this stage Mimics and Doppelghast don't really do anything compared to the high rounds or anything without having light mend or anything. So they're easy to kill. Get rid of them. The Amalgam goes down super quick. Let me know what you guys think about the commentary style and what you guys kind of want. This video I'm going to have a lot more commentary related to the certain steps, just because this Easter egg's a little bit more new. It's not like Liberty Falls or Terminus where everyone pretty much knows it. But if you guys like this commentary style, I can keep doing it for the future videos or any other video I decide to actually do. If not, I'm totally fine. I mean, it makes it a lot easier if I don't have to say anything. You guys kind of just watch and see what's happening. So yeah, if you're at this part listening, you know, please feel free to let me know in the comments, and you'll see we'll get our free Pack-a-Punch crystal here sooner or later, or if it's happening right now. But yeah, just put your guys' feedback, and I'll see you guys in a little bit to whenever I decide to add more commentary. You're gonna see from the symbols, I I lose them like a lot. Like I honestly barely saw this one. They're in like weird areas for the most part. Some of them are easy, like you'll get it instantly, but I always forget where they're at. Like right now, I'm just focusing on shooting them out of the sky and then looking at what they are, just so I know. But I have different terms for what I call them. Like that one looks more like an hourglass to me, so that's what I call that. The triangle looking one, I call it more of a pizza. And then there's one that looks like a key. That's usually how I say. But everyone's different. Whatever, gets you to remember the symbols is really the way to go.
I can fix that. Throwing tactical. Okay, first one out buys the pizza. Well, looks like you're getting off early. It's been swell.
Remember for when you shoot the door, the symbols will appear on the bottom if you did it correctly. If you did it wrong, they will not appear. And so now we're on to this step. Like I said earlier, this step was very easy. For the most part, follow the orb. That's really all you have to do when you're playing, at least in this mode, because you're at such a low round. By the time you get there, as long as you have the ice step and you're already working towards it, you might be a little bit later in the round, but right now you can see everyone is pretty much one shot. The Mimic was what, 3? And that was, like, that's just super quick. If you decide not to have dead shot, I'm sure that's a factor. But, I mean, I always click dead shot. I like having dead shot. I just like the auto lock on the aim for the headshots are just pretty much there. These first few phases, easy. Doppleghast goes down within 2. Like, there's really nothing to worry about in terms of this step. Also, like, when building the ice step, that final part where it is similar to this, where it's like all those zombies are there, I continuously fail that one. So, I find it a lot easier just using Wonderbar. I think it is kind of fun to build it when you're shooting, like, the constellations, but, we don't have time for that. Oh, I did have... Oh, no, so the gun I have, I'm using the Aetherella cosmetic, so I automatically had Shadow Rift on that gun, which gave me the bonus to the Amalgam, while I'm also able to have Cryo Freeze. So, obviously not everybody is going to pay for that skin bundle, but if you did, that's a cool little bonus that you get just for having that skin and that ASG being equipped to your loadout. So just keep that in mind. If you have the Aetherella skin, you bought it, whatever, equip that ASG, free Shadow Rift ammo mod there, or bullets pretty much, plus you deciding to keep Cryo Freeze or Dead Wire or whatever. Actually, I should try Dead Wire with Shadow Rift and see if that does anything on the Amalgam.
I say, this thing is positively thrumming hot. Not anything quite like it. We'll make a proper adventure of you yet, aren't you, old man? All right, chap, no time for lollygagging. Tally ho! Well, I'll be a monkey's hound parts. Did you see that, man?
We are on, I don't know what you want to call this, but we're the tributes, the sacrifices. So we're going to each stone. We got to get a certain amount of kills, you know, with this, or killing certain zombie types. Parasite one, very easy. All you have to do, since you have your upgraded staff, charge it up. You'll be done within a few seconds. Really, there's nothing to run into. Even that mimic just gets instantly destroyed. So this one's easy. The Parasite one, when you get there, you can still do the ice staff, let it freeze all the zombies. I decided to use the ASG because I felt like it was more consistent in terms of getting the purple ball to drop. So that was my plan going into it. You can still always use the ice staff in case, you know, there's too many zombies, too many parasites. Go ahead, use it. But the ASG just makes it a lot easier to see where the purple one is, grab it, and then place it into the jewel. But you need about 10. I think it's been 10 every single time. So every time I use the ice staff, I usually fail it the first time through. But every time I've used the ASG, I've completed it the first time through. There's been a few times using just the ice staff, it works, but you just have to be a little bit more consistent and pay attention a little bit. With the Doppleghast one, that one's pretty straightforward too. That one's similar to the Vermin round. Pretty much just place your ice there, it instantly dies. You kill maybe about 5, that step's done. And the bright side is, with the Parasite, with the Doppleghast, the red door is right there. So you just have to be done, go to the red door, and then instantly go to your statue. With the Amalgam step, mine usually takes a while. I've been watching other people do it, and theirs is like instantly dying. Maybe it's just my pack-a-punch level, because obviously I'm going rarity with one pack. So maybe if you guys are able to get it to pack-a-punch too. As you can see, I don't have that many points, just because the ASG normally doesn't get the headshots, and then the ice staff only gives you the base kill. So you're not really getting those extra points that you could possibly get, unless you have, you know, keeping score activated. And I'm pretty sure with these, you only get, what, these are 10 points, 15, maybe 10 points. So these aren't like normal kills. But the Amalgam's still really not all that hard to take out. Just make sure that you see that heavy zombie that is covered by the shield, getting him out as quick as possible, and then just start letting it rip right into the Amalgam. That step's easy. Then decide to go yellow or green. Door doesn't really matter. And then you're done with that step, and you're pretty much on the boss fight.
anchovies. See ya.
Fetch me your share.
I'm too smart for this.
Max ammo.
Wait, should we see some April? Nah.
Time out.
Research this.
Chaps. See how many limbs that creature had. There's no need for them. Quite uncalled for. There. The valley artifact. The thing's practically taunting us. That chasm is a minor impediment, requiring some good old-fashioned British ingenuity, strength with which I am most fortunately endowed. Now, I'd have the faintest clue how to bridge that void.
Double point.
Pizza weak crust.
So as I personally prepare for the boss fight, just because of all the elites and everything like that, I already did my pack 2, but I'm still trying to get my gobblegums. I'm trying to be completely set up. I'm not trying to really deal with this boss fight like another time, pretty much. I get pretty annoyed when I get to the boss fight and I just keep dying. So this time around, I was making sure I was completely prepared. I think that was my last keeping score. Actually, maybe I have one more, but I'm really trying to get to pack 3 just to make sure that I'm fully equipped for what I need to. These elites aren't going to take as much damage. I get my idle eyes right there. I'm trying to see if I actually get another gobblegum. I don't think I do or have any time. Well, I guess I go one more round. But overall, this is kind of like Terminus when I was, farming my points, getting to a comfortable spot for me, be as comfortable as I possibly can. For that boss fight, I was also trying to get a bit more extra salvage. This way I can either get a score streak, or if I wanted to, I'll get some cashmeres. Just get into that boss fight for, anytime it gets unnecessary, you just gotta throw cashmere, let people get frozen, and then start, using your ammo pretty much. But I think I am trying to stay at least one more round and then go from there. Keep in mind, when you do pick these up, you'll take whatever turtle their actual main weapon is. That's theirs. It's like a power up pretty much. But you can't switch out of this. So, like, trying to press square, at least, or triangle on a PlayStation, it doesn't work for me, at least, to get out of it. I feel like it worked one time when it first started, but this power up always isn't the best thing. So just keep that in mind. If you can avoid it, depending on how you're trying to do your run, avoid it. If not, it's perfect for this area because you do actually get, I think you get 150 points for each kill. So you actually get a pretty good bonus for it. So take advantage of it when you do either accidentally pick it up or have it. That's when you want to really just get as many points as possible, get as many kills. But also keep in mind we can't just be flipping rounds like that, or else we're going to be in trouble. For me personally, I do try to switch to light mend for when I go into the boss, just because it's very helpful to have those just lying around. If we're stuck, everyone knows those elites can almost one tap you, but if you have dying wish, you'll get stuck at one. So changing the light mend if I can ever run around into those, but while getting rid of the Doppleghast elite, just because it's the fastest one, it was very helpful to do that. And it's not like we really need cryo freeze for any of those, so having Shadow Rift and Lightman seems like the best possible combo that we can have. But as you can see, we're headed to the boss fight. We were able to get pack 3, no problem. We're going straight towards here, and I was able to actually get a mutant injection. I do this for the Amalgam elite just because he's so tanky. Trying to navigate through there is just, it's very like, what's the word? It's stressful. We'll just say stressful. It's very stressful, very condensed, but getting through the first 4 or 5 phases is like the easiest part. You pretty much do the same strat people have been doing. You can lay down and you're just shooting the ice staff. And the best part is that all those kills are still refilling your timer. So you don't have to worry about the timer not happening there. I still have my field upgrade. So you can see my timer's almost out. But since I have my field upgrade, if zombie is late, like how it was there, then I can just use it, pause the timer, and then I'm safe, and then my kills will restock it. It still takes a while for the Sentinel artifact to get up in the sky, but you just gotta be a little patient, stay here. You can YY or triangle to make that animation faster right here, or you can reload. So that's not exactly what I was talking about, but you'll see the few times I do the triangle just to start getting to the other one. But you don't have to do that. That's just totally up to you. Maybe when you're training high rounds and stuff, that's probably when it's the most optimal. But come back to you guys when we're kind of running around and fighting the elites. So once that fifth, pretty much sentinel artifact is broken, I just head to the nearest kind of little back spot right here. Remember, those zombies right there, the heavy ones, are the ones that are the biggest issue, where they just have a lot more health, they're harder to take down. But that first one, it's pretty simple. He'll die right there. He'll get slowed down from the ice stuff, so that's the easiest one. That's how you know, like, you gotta start locking in, being prepared. Sentinel artifacts right there. You spray into it with your ASG. Now is when we're getting to the mimics, the Doppleghast, and the Amalgam. So this is the hardest part, but the same thing, you can still stay here. Doppleghast is going to be first, right? Yeah, that's going to be the Doppleghast first. You're going to start getting those zombies there with the fake Sentinel artifact. You still need to be wary of those, but I was able to kind of just run around here, and I was pretty much safe. You don't want to go too far because you still want to be able to shoot them. Keep in mind, of the health of the Doppelghast, and then this way you can shoot the Sentinel artifact right after, as opposed to, he goes down, zombies are right behind him, and then you have to reload, and you can't even shoot the Sentinel artifact at that point. So be mindful of your ammo and where it's at when you're doing this. A reminder, the update was that stun is not as long, but it's still an issue. So now it's changing to the Mimic is the one that you gotta kill, with the regular Doppelghast, I think it's a regular one, running around. So the Mimic actually felt really easy to take down. It's not like the Doppelghast running in many different directions, it's just running in a straight line. You just gotta be mindful of your surroundings and make sure you don't get stuck on any of these rocks. You see here, I'm getting a little bit too far, and actually ice works really well against the Mimic. I realize that, like, in the fight, so maybe you can keep cryo freeze on your gun if you prefer that, but I mean, you have the ice staff, so you don't really need to. So keep in mind here, it still takes quite a bit of ammo. So the second, and then you're getting more Doppelghast. What are there, like 3? And then the Amalgam just shows up out of nowhere, so you have to be mindful about all that. I think I messed it up the first time, and I had to redo it. See, the Sentinel artifact's there, but I'm stuck in a bad spot. I'm not hitting it, and then I have to reset. So that's something you have to be aware of. Try to make sure you get those elites done. You can keep the Mimic there at that health as much as you want, pretty much, and try to get everything else out of the way. Use your decoy grenades, your cashmeres, whatever you have. If you have a blast trap, maybe C4, that's probably better to bring in. I have Molotovs, I just didn't even bother thinking about that because it never crossed my mind. My lethal equipment, even though I do have that stamina upgrade where that might help from time to time. But this boss fight's a little stressful. It's not as bad as Citadel, that's for sure. Just getting these elites down is really the pain, just because they have so much health. Here you can already tell I'm freaking out because look at my aim. I'm not even hitting the Sentinel artifact. And then there we go again. We failed it once again. So I've had to kill 3 elite mimics. I'm running out of ammo. That's why I thought free fire was the best. If I didn't bring free fire in, I think I'd actually genuinely be screwed, because I wasn't getting much ammo from Voltrade, or even if I was, it's just going down like too much. My shots were inconsistent here. I wasn't being really as optimal as I possibly could, but that's the whole point of me kind of putting my guy out there. I haven't gone down yet. I'm still in an okay position, but you guys can see, what I do wrong. You guys can learn from it. Know when you're going to be safe. No idea what meta. Kind of just be thinking of what you can do differently that I would do. For the most part, I don't think I really need to talk about the boss fight and how it's going all that much. Obviously, you guys can watch and see what's going on from there. Feel free to comment anything below, and you can chat definitely in the comments. I want to be more involved with my community, or even just get my community going and being more active. So any questions, go ahead, comment, like the video, if you learned at least something a little bit. But my final thoughts on this map, I think Platoon's a really good map, but I just don't like how there's no intro cutscene. Having those trailers for the map gets out is something I enjoy watching. Like, it gets me excited for it, just like, a trailer for the game coming out. Same thing. Lastly, the final cutscene, I think it's horrible. I don't like how there's no dialogue. I understand the whole issue that's going on, probably why they didn't put dialogue, but that's still like That's like unacceptable. You have to have some type of dialogue in these cutscenes, or else the map's like half-assed up after. So I think they've been doing a good job with the story and all, but they can't do this in the next map if they want the game, or even just zombies in general, to still be successful. So let me know your guys' thoughts on that, and I'll see you guys when City Guys come.
These hot sauce. Yikes! Hot, hot, hot.
Max ammo.
Whoa! And people say I'm cheesy. Wait, should we save some for April? Nah. Yikes! Hot, hot, hot.
to be done now that you've secured the Sentinel artifact. Bring it directly to me. I have gathered every available file on the history and previous uses of this ancient device. It appears several times in the historical record. Some date back to ancient Egypt. I have deciphered steps to activate and control it. The artifact requires an infusion of exotic materials. Unique elements that can only be harvested here at Liberty Falls. I have already ensured everything we need is ready for your arrival. You will see your lost agent Maxis again soon. I'll be waiting.
Not hitting them like I need to, but as you can see, I'm already on the tentacle spot, but I can just keep shooting his body. The dead wire pops up, that's how you know you're able to hit it, or else it's going to be immune. Trying to hit the tentacles with the GS-45 is not the best idea. You can use the beam smasher, but